Brand new LCP.
When you guys hear that sound, y'all know what time it is. You guys are locked into a brand new episode of that.
Brand new LCP.
Come on. Now, my son went back to school. I know a lot of you guys kids, especially here in the South, they done took their ass back to school. So I'm wishing you guys kids, as well as my son, a safe, productive, and healthy school year. So let's clap it up one time for the kids. Come on, baby. Man, so much shit happens during the school year to where my nerves, because I remember as a kid, my mom used to be so happy and calm knowing that during the day her sons were going to school. But now, man, that shit is nerve-wracking, man. Every single fucking school year, it's a school shooting, it's a school this, school that, breaking. It's so much shit that goes on now during the school year to where I'll be more calm during the fucking summertime when the kids are out of school versus having, if a fucking masked gunman is going to break into school while your child is in there learning his fucking science. But to get to some shit to start the podcast. Now, normally I don't start with this type of news, but I don't know how the fuck this shit came across my timeline. I'm not sure if it's from earlier this year, maybe last year, but there was a teenager doing something that all of us do every day. We have to drive on our way to work, taking our kids to school, going to appointments, going to get groceries. We have to get behind the wheel of our car and drive. Now, there was a teenager. He got behind the wheel of his car, and his car malfunctioned, and it went at over 100 miles per hour for at least a half hour. A half hour going over 100 miles per hour. The brakes wouldn't work. Emergency brake wouldn't work. So he did what anybody would do. This teen called his mama. Clap it up for calling your mama. Now, he called his mama. His mama frantic. She ain't know what to do. So they called the police. The 911 dispatcher, she ain't know what to do either. So they ended up transferring this teen's 911 call to a state trooper. And the state trooper, other policemen, other, avenues, they worked for at least in half an hour to figure out a way to get this teen's car stopped and to essentially save his life. Now, I got the clip queued up, and I want to play this shit for you guys in full, and then I got a voicemail I want to get to from my guy, Sully. Talk to your boy. So he going to let me know what he would do if he was in his car malfunctioned, and you are speeding down the road or the highway at over 100 miles per hour. But I got the clip queued up because I want you guys to hear this shit. This is WDAY ABC. This is an exclusive news report. You guys are going to hear the 911 call. You guys are going to hear from the teen, from the mama, from the state troopers in real-time audio of what was going on as this shit was going down. So I'm going to step aside. Y'all know what time it is. This is that.
Brand new LCP.
Come on, talk to your boy.
A story that sounds like it has all the makings for a Hollywood action film. It involves a rural West Fargo teenager and his runaway car that reached speeds of 113 miles an hour as it sped out of control through busy intersections in small towns across our region.
This is an incredible story, and this is video of those harrowing moments as Clay County deputies and the Minnesota State Patrol came to his rescue. They had just minutes to stop that car and save the teen. WDAY News reporter Kevin Wallivan has been investigating this terrifying story. Caught on law enforcement cameras and audio, as you can see. He joins us live now with the incredible effort to save Sam. It's a story you'll only see on WDAY. Kevin?
Brand new LCP.
Well, guys, you could call it 30 miles of terror. The computer on Sam Dutcher's Honda Pilot malfunctioned, sending his car speeding down a two-lane road across Cass and Clay counties. Minnesota State Troopers reached speeds of 130 miles an hour to get in front of Sam. One reason? He was speeding to a dead end, a T in the road.
There was a lot of factors in there where things could have gone very wrong very fast.
It's been an incredible week for Minnesota State Trooper Zach Groover, expecting his first child, and he just helped save the life of a teenager in a runaway car.
Right place, right time kind of thing.
18-year-old Sam Dutcher of rural West Fargo was near Harwood when his Honda Pilot just took off.
Hey, this thing is accelerating my foot is not on the gas.
Sam says the car kept going faster and faster as he headed east out of Harwood toward Clay County. Sam called his mom and 911 dispatch.
911, what's the address of your emergency?
They sent deputies and the Minnesota State Patrol to Clay County 26, a road that skirts an area north of Moorhead and Dilworth.
If you hit the brakes, nothing happens.
Clay County Deputy Zach Johnson, racing to Clay County, got Sam on the phone as Sam approached U.S. Highway 75 north of Moorhead.
Is the accelerator stuck down?
Sam then crossed busy State Highway 9, going over 90. He was trying everything.
Are you able to push that e-brake and just lock them up?
Nothing worked. The computer had taken over. Sam couldn't shut it off, get it in neutral, nothing.
What do you have left on your gas?
I was going a lot faster than we thought it was.
Plan A.
We're going to put some stop sticks out in front of you so the tires get popped.
It didn't work.
We have officers from all over and medical all coming to him, okay?
Sam was going too fast. There wasn't time. The Minnesota State Patrol and Clay County deputies were not only beside Sam during all this, they were on the phone with him. But things got scary as they approached the small Clay County town of Hitterdal.
That intersection on 32 is uncontrolled going north and south. So kind of at that point, my plan was just to get up there and get that intersection blocked so we don't have cars coming through or when that vehicle is coming through at 113.
In a frightening split second.
Correct. E-brake doesn't do anything. I said it slows them down. But
Watch as Sam comes through the heart of Hitterdal at 113 miles an hour. Fortunately, no train or trucks coming from the north or south. Sam tells us his hope of surviving then started to dwindle.
My mind started to go, I'm going to die tonight.
Sam's mother at home, thinking the worst.
Early, honestly, I was like, my kid's probably dead, but I was like, God, please don't kill my kid. Please don't.
Finally, Trooper Groover and Deputy Johnson decided it was now or never.
yeah, I'll try to get in front of you and add a little extra brake power.
I believe it was actually Deputy Johnson again said, hey, this road tees in 3 to 4 miles. So at that point, it was kind of, all right, we need to get this thing stopped.
With little time left before the highway dead-ended, the trooper got around Sam.
Probably 130. I know squad tops out around 140, so probably somewhere in that range.
And with a deputy
Jesus
driving alongside,
Christ.
ordered Sam to crash into the squad car. It was their one last hope.
So just yes, run into the back of his car. Hold him.
After 20 minutes of sheer terror, the car stopped. Sam was saved.
It hit me then. This really just happened. At that point, I started to freak out.
You're in the moment, the adrenaline's pumping.
Shortly after that scary road trip, Sam and his mom got to see Trooper Zach.
Can I hug you?
Yeah, no problem.
A grateful family, and a state trooper with a calm demeanor.
I want to clap it up, man, because I know a lot of times, man, law enforcement does get a bad rap. And you guys who have been following the podcast from the beginning, I've told a story on the podcast before where a police officer made an experience that could have been terrible to where he made that experience bearable. He went above and beyond for me during a situation that was scary, a situation where I did feel alone. So there are healthy police officers out there. So I never want to get to a place where I'm simply saying, hey, if you are a police officer, then you are a bad person, because that's not always the case, man. So I do want to clap it up, man, for the police out there, man, who put that time and effort in and just established great bonds and unity within the community. Now, going back to that news story, man, I asked the question, and as always, man, my guy Sully always supporting the podcast, always lending his voice, man. Stories with Sully. Come on. You are driving your car. Your car speeds up and goes at 100 miles per hour or more, and it won't stop. what would you do? Because, I mean, shit, I don't know what I would do in that fucking situation. So, Sully, let's hear from you. What you gonna do? Talk to your...
Do in the situation where I'm behind the wheel of a runaway car, right? It's, you know, it's picking up speed, getting close to 100 miles an hour. Damn thing won't stop if I pull my foot off of the accelerator. Maybe the accelerator's stuck. Sometimes I wonder, bro, like, do the people just hit the brakes, right? Because cars are designed to have far more braking power than the ability to accelerate, right? I mean, you can just go out to your car today and test this out. You can put it pedal to the metal, right? Start flying up the road. You slam your foot down on the brakes. I guarantee you the car is going to come to a stop, right? It's going to come to a stop because it, again, damn near every car on the road, 99% of cars have far more braking power than accelerating power. So in that situation, maybe just try to remain calm and, you know, yeah, you're going to rev the hell out of your engine, you know, if the accelerator's stuck, but, you know, you give your car enough braking power, it's going to come to a stop.
So now that we got that out the way, let's dive into some fucking topics over here at the LCP. But like I said, man, you guys make sure you drive safe. As you see, cars can malfunction, but something else you people need to do. And this goes for men and women. When you are at the crib and you got small kids and you're getting it on, when you're throwing it down, when you're having sex, when you're slapping cheeks, when you're doing whatever the fuck you're doing behind closed doors. Look, just make sure you be careful because there's a video that goes viral probably every couple of years. Now, the video is years old, and this boy was telling his mom, look, I heard you and daddy last night getting it the fuck on, and you was making some sound. So before I dive into some celeb news and some shit, let's lighten up the mood because we got a couple heavy topics on the docket. Little boy, what you heard your mama doing?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't know what I'm talking about.
No.
I be having it.
Who be having it? That might be the movie we be watching sometimes.
Oh yeah. Y'all don't have a TV in my room.
We can watch TV on my computer though.
No.
I'm gonna clap it up for little boy, man. Because we all was small. We all were kids at a certain point in time in our life. Now, some of us were kids, you know, way longer ago than the rest, if that's even a fucking word. But don't fuck in front of your kids, okay? Don't do that. Don't clap that ass. Don't clap them cheeks in front of them kids. Now, I was trying to stay away from diving into some serious topics, man, but we got a lot of shit to get to, man. Oh, man, where the fuck do I start? We got Sha'Carri Richardson. She was arrested for, you know, abusing, like we gonna call it what it is. And again, I've seen a couple of you guys, a couple of you ladies repost the video. Oh, well, we don't know, you know, what the man did. No, boo, bitch. We not doing that shit. I don't care if he yelled at her. Now, Sha'Carri said that that her boyfriend took her headphones and that's why she was hitting them, abusing them. She shoved them into a fucking pole at the fucking airport. We not gonna do that shit. We gonna keep it the same both ways, okay? Because it's a certain way you can't act. You cannot act a certain type of way, especially when you are a celebrity. But if you take the fucking celebrityness outside of the equation, that is not how you treat your partner. I don't care if you're a man or you a woman. That is not how the fuck you treat your partner. Now, her boyfriend, I believe his name is Christian Coleman. He is also a runner. This is what he had to say about Sha'Carri after the situation. So, Christian Coleman, talk to your nigga.
Doing just like I understood, but I mean, like I said, it was just a sucky situation. But she's a human being and a great person, and I feel like, you know what I'm saying, like we've been able to be like really good teammates like all year, and I hate that narrative too because you know, us coming together like we're just two like real dominant personalities, and she's to me the best female athlete in the world. Like I see it every day, and like
nigga boo, bitch. What? And again, I understand, this is his woman, so he's trying to support her and, and shield her from the criticism. No, nigga, we ain't doing that shit. I know you're lying, bitch.
Ooh, you a lie.
Because if the shoe was on the other foot and you was shoving Sha'Carri into a fucking podium, a fucking wall in the airport, we know what the fuck would happen. Now, I'm going to see if I can pull up the video because after she got approached by the police in the airport, she tried to get him arrested. She said, hey, how are you guys arresting me in this situation and I'm the woman? She tried to play that fucking role. She tried to play I'm the woman. It don't matter what the fuck I did. Arrest him because I'm the woman. Boo, bitch. We ain't doing that. You guys who have been fans of the podcast from day one know that I don't play when it comes to both sides. Like, it's so many topics and stories I've covered on here where the man beats the woman and I say, no, nigga, we ain't supposed to be doing that. And there's other situations I've covered where the woman assaulted the man and I said, no, nigga, no one, no man and no woman should physically put their hands on each other. I'm going to say it one more time. I don't care what somebody says or what somebody does to trigger you. No man and no, one more time, and no woman should put their hands on a man. But let me take a second, man, because I want to pull up this body cam video so you guys can hear from Sha'Carri as she tried to get him arrested. Even though she hit him, she tried to play. Now she came out. She did come out with a fucking, I'm taking accountability for my actions type of video. But no, it's easy to say that after the fact. But again, she's young. I do want to give her grace. But you can't do that shit. Because had he got arrested, the world would not be saying, oh my God, she's young. We don't know what he did. Stop it. But TMZ, talk to your boy. Show me the body cam. Viet?
I just had to get my belongings out.
Do you have your ID on you? And boarding pass by chance?
Yeah. Do you need my ID for what? If you don't mind me asking?
Investigating a possible assault.
Assault? Christian, I assaulted you?
Oh, listen.
Chris, I assaulted you? Okay. I'm so sorry. I'm just making
it's
sure.
It's not him that reported it.
Okay.
One of the TSA folks reported it.
Oh, one of the TSA people, because I can definitely have evidence of him assaulting me if possible.
There's cameras everywhere.
Okay.
So
but like I said, yes, I do. My name is Sha'Carri Richardson. I do have my ID.
Okay.
Yeah, but I would definitely leave him alone. There's nothing that I want to do with him anymore. Like I said, it was a relationship thing. I needed to get my stuff out of his bag.
Are you guys on the same flight? Or?
We are later on in the day. Because our flight ended up getting delayed. We were supposed to be leaving around this time of day, but the flight got canceled, so the flight doesn't leave until 10 p.m.-ish.
Okay.
So yeah, if you don't mind, can I step over here so I can show my ID?
That's fine.
Awesome, thank you. Hi, Sissy. So you hear me, right? So this is the position that Christian told me to put me into, okay? Because he's a coward, and I don't want anything to do with him at this point going forward. My name is Sha'Carri Richardson. Have no problem with letting you know.
I want to pause it. Now, you guys can hear from that portion of the video. Like, she's just degrading him. She's just, I want nothing else to do with him. Oh, you know what? I can show you evidence of me being assaulted too. I don't really know who that is. We were in some type of relationship. No, this is your man. This is your man. And again, Christian, he is also a USA runner. So he has something to lose too. So now this is the portion I hate when again, not all, but a lot of ladies know when they end up in a situation that is domestic, that a lot of times the courts and the law favor them. Now, in this situation, she was arrested and he wasn't, thankfully, because a TSA agent seen what happened and the police clap it up. They went and they did they fucking due diligence, and they found and they seen video of her assaulting him. But had they not done that fucking police work and they had simply done what so many other cops do and take the woman at face value, Christian would have been the one leaving that airport in handcuffs as opposed to Sha'Carri Richardson. So let's clap it one more time for The police actually doing a fucking thorough job. But let's dive back into some more of the bullshit. Again, it's a long body cam clip, so we ain't gonna play this whole shit. We're gonna play probably about maybe an extra 2-3 minutes of it. Like, let's see what other shit she's saying as a way to take away from the fact that she abused this man. Come on, Sha'Carri, lie to me some more.
Haven't put my hands on him. We had an argument. I will be honest about that. An argument, and that's pretty much it. The argument, pretty much, he's a liar. He lied about a couple things that's personally, just in a relationship. I pretty much, officers can understand what a relationship is about, but he lied. He's a liar, and that was something that I kind of just grasped, and emotionally, I'm just like, bet, you do your thing, but you're asking me for things that is within my possession, and for my right, I don't have to give it to you because it's in my possession. But when it comes to the point that I saw that he chose to make it more about the police and things of that nature, that shows that he made a choice. So I just want to be more professional and just come professionally and let you guys know, like, hey, relationship thing, have no problem,
So
and walking up to you guys.
It's
so
not
I'm not
illegal to
hiding.
argue,
Right.
Mm-hmm. Was there any type of physical assault?
No, I didn't touch him. He didn't touch me. I will be honest.
That's a lie right there. And now, again, you guys out there who seen the video, he was walking away. She pushed him into the pole. He was walking away. She kept following him, getting in his face, pushing him. He was walking away. Again, I want to say one more time, he was walking away. But had we not seen that video and all we had seen was the body cam footage of her saying he did this to me, or whatever the case may be, he's a liar, he's a da-da-da, that would have gave so many women out here just the fucking fuel to say, you know what? This why you can't trust men. No. We got footage now, baby. We got some footage now. And everything she is saying right now is a lie, motherfucker.
Girl, stop. That's a lie.
No, I haven't hit him with anything. Like not at all. He had headphones that were mine, and I just grabbed the headphones, but not physically. If you would like to ask me, you can ask him, but I don't want anything.
I just want to get your side.
Okay, so absolutely. You can ask him whatever you need to ask him. But yeah, you're a coward.
Is it Sha'Carri?
Sha'Carri. Thank you so much, Carri Richardson.
Hey, Sha'Carri. What's your phone number for you?
And like I said, I don't have a problem cooperating because, like I said, it was from a relationship stuff. So that's why I came up.
Do you have your boarding pass by chance? Just so I can just take a photo of that? Just
absolutely, yes. And you can contact me whenever you need to.
Okay, that's it. I'm tired of hearing her fucking voice. But again, she came out after she posted some fucking video of her apologizing. And oh my God, I'm taking accountability for my... No. Boo. That's what I hate. And like I said, but to take it back to my childhood, man, that's something that my mom and my grandma, they warned me about that. Like probably when they started realizing that I was going through puberty, I would say. She was like, hey, you know what, John, if you get into a situation, and there's a girl and she's aggressive or she comes off hostile, you have to be careful. And I was like, why? Because, as a young kid, you don't really understand. So I'm like, why do I got to be careful? And I remember my grandma told me this, one time me and her was walking to church and she said, because in a situation that is domestic, a situation where, she hits you and you don't hit her and you don't have proof, you are probably going to jail. And again, me being maybe 11 and 12, I'm fucking young, I'm naive, I'm confused. Hey, if she hit me, why am I going to jail if I didn't hit her? But then as you get older and you start to see things and you start to hear stories or even you start to see things that happen in your neighborhood, in your community, and you're like, that's what grandma was talking about. That's what my mama was talking about. So it's situations like this these situations remind me, like the few times I have liked the girl and I notice she's kind of aggressive, I don't really feel comfortable in that situation. Again, I remove myself from those situations immediately because I know, okay, she doesn't know how to control her emotions. And me, I'm somebody who is more calm, more relaxed. And now if she's acting on emotion, now she hits me and now I call the police or whatever the fuck happened in the moment. And now the police come and she say, no, he hit me. We ain't doing that shit, nigga. No. So I do want to play just a snippet of Sha'Carri's apology video and her taking accountability and the same fucking publicist statement that they all give after the fact. So I want to take a second and play you guys some more lies before we dive into some more topics. Y'all know what time it is. This is your
brand new LCP.
Like I said, Sha'Carri, come lie to me some more, girl. Lie to me.
Girl, stop. That's a lie.
Hey, y'all. It's Sha'Carri. And more than anything, definitely a lot of self-reflection, a lot of understanding of not only putting myself in a compromised situation, but somebody that I have a deep care and appreciation for as well is something that holding myself accountable. I see myself, I'm taking this time to not only see myself, but get myself a certain level of help that overall is going to reflect who I truly am in my heart and my spirit, and not allowing this moment, but accepting this moment to be more. And so my only thing is I want to be more.
Respectfully, Sha'Carri, shut the fuck up. Because like I said, the same way we don't allow a lot of guys to backtrack and say things after the fact. Like, you tried to flip that situation around and have that man put in jail even though you were being the aggressor. And that's something, again, she's young. So I am giving her grace, and I'm not saying that this moment is going to define her as a person, you know, because on the reverse, we allow a lot of situations to define a man as a person, even though he might have been young and he can grow from it. So I do want to give her grace with that, but no, it's too soon. The statement that she is reading sounds like it's straight from the fucking publicist printer. So no. The same way Diddy came out like a fucking week later and with this whole fucking, you know, I was in the dark place. No. No, shit don't change that fast. Not when about a week before, Diddy was just saying, you know what, everything Cassie's saying is a lie. It's not true. Never happened. And then a week later, I was in the dark place at that time. But, you know, I took the time and the steps to rebuild. Nigga, shut the fuck up. I'm tired of that shit. Like I said, yes, I believe people can grow. I believe people can change, but change does not happen in a week, or change does not happen simply because you now have sponsors knocking on your door, threatening to take away your money. But now, Sha'Carri, you know, God bless you. Have a good life. Christian Coleman, it's time to leave that woman, because the next time you are in a situation like that again, you probably will be in jail. Because the same way I seen the body cam footage, my brother, I know you seen the body cam footage. But fellas, ladies, if you got a grandma, if you got somebody that's older, or just somebody that's young and naive, make sure you protect them, okay? Because there was a woman who got scammed out of over $17,000. And guess what? I got the clip from ABC 7 Chicago, because I want to dive a little bit into this shit, because, you know, we all get the emails. I know I've got the emails from the African scammers, from the people out here who may, hey, you know what? Do this for me and I'll give you $10,000. Well, they got this old lady, okay? They used Bank of America and said, hey, you know what? You got to do some shit. You got to give us $17,000 to fix your account. And hey, do not tell Bank of America about this. Just go into the bank, take out the money, and we're going to have somebody show up at your door and get the money. Grandmas get scammed all the time. Even young folks get scammed because of the times we live in now. And folks always want that extra bread. They want to get that bag. They want to get that extra income. But sometimes you got to sit back and think to yourself, is this shit too real to be true? So I'm going to step aside. ABC 7 Chicago. Because come on. They got old girl out of damn near her whole life savings. ABC 7 Chicago, talk to me. Lady scammed out of $17,500. Are you for real?
During the moment, this Mebane woman says she handed over her savings of $17,500 in cash to a complete stranger.
Every morning I wake up and I'm like, I just want this nightmare to go away.
This woman who asked us not to name her or show her face for fear of being a target again, but says she wants to share her heartache with hopes of preventing the scam from happening to someone else. It started when she was on her computer trying to log on to her bank account.
I put in my password and username and got to the website, but it wouldn't let me open my accounts.
She grabbed her cell phone and says she went to the number saved in her cell phone for her bank.
She says, oh, your account's been frozen. And I said, why? And she said, well, there was a suspicious charge from PayPal from the day before. And I said, well, I didn't make that.
She says she was transferred to what she thought was a PayPal fraud department, but the call quality was so bad that she ended the call and called a Florida number back. It's not clear how she got that Florida number. On the line with them, she says she was told the charge was for $82, and they said they could refund her, but she had to follow their instructions, which included downloading several things on her computer.
And I typed $82, and immediately...
I gotta pause this shit, man, because as you guys are hearing the story, everything in this fucking story sounds like a fucking scam. Like, I've had Bank of America probably since I was about 19 years old. Like, every time I have called them for help or, hey, I need assistance with XYZ, they have never told me, never, and hey, you got to download some other shit and then I can help you. They was able to help me right then and there on the fucking phone. On the phone. And you guys are going to see as the story moves on, you know, her daughter told her, hey, it sounds like you've been scammed. Because, like I said, when shit sounds too fucking unbelievable, it probably is. If I call you for help with my account and you tell me, hey, I can help you, but you got to download these other things to your personal computer, nigga, hanging up the phone, I'm walking into the bank to get the shit I need handled in person. Come on, nigga.
Up to the screen and it says $18,000. And then it goes accept, just like that. And I said to this man, I said, that's wrong. I said, that's not what I typed in. I said, that's a mistake.
At first glance, she says it looked like an extra $18,000 was deposited into her account. In reality, which she didn't know at the time, the scammer just transferred the money from her savings to checking.
What you have to do to fix it is you have to get cash, go to your bank and get cash.
Hesitant to follow his instructions, but she says this letter with a Bank of America logo came out of her printer, stating there's a serious matter concerning your account, an unresolved tax issue related to a personal transaction from PayPal. As a result, online account transfers are temporarily blocked by the IRS. The letter goes on to state, we have not notified your local branch. It's crucial you refrain from discussing this transaction with them. Doing so may lead to freezing or seizing all funds in your account. You can see the call with the person lasted over 4 hours.
He kept saying, don't hang up on me, don't hang up.
She did stay on the line for over 4 hours. She drove to her bank and withdrew $17,500. As she says, a man told her she could keep $500 for her troubles.
The bank manager came over and he said,
I know this lady old, man, but I swear, man, if we had her address, I think we all need to drive down there together and smack the shit out of this lady. And again, I respect my elders. Like, I understand she is an elderly lady. But, bitch, you stayed on the phone. Like, name one time you called your bank and you stayed on the phone for 4 hours. I don't think I've ever stayed on the phone for fucking 30 minutes when I called my bank. Nigga, Titanic is over 3 hours long. So that means Titanic finished and a whole nother movie done came on and you still own the fucking phone. Them scammers, like, I gotta clap it up. Shit. They was trying to get that money. When you got a fish on the line, when you got a bait on the hook, they was on the phone. Hey, one more clap. They was trying to get that shit. They spent 4 hours and walked away with the $1,700. God damn.
We proceed. He said, are you being harassed? And I'm like, no, I'm not being pressured, because I didn't think I was. I didn't know I was being scammed.
She says she even signed a document saying she was taking this money out on her own free will. After getting the money, she continued to follow the caller's instructions, drove home. This letter, she says, printed from her printer, thanking her for returning the funds to PayPal, and a Mr. Jack has been assigned to collect the cash. Not long after her doorbell camera catches this man coming to her door to pick up the cash. She handed over the cash, thinking the ordeal is over, and called her daughters to tell them about her long day.
Before I could hardly get this story out of my mouth, I'm like, Mom, you've been scammed.
At first, she thought she was the only victim until she saw this man's mugshot, Lingwei Zhang. She says it's the same guy that came to her door, and she handed over her $17,500. Zhang is charged with obtaining property under false pretenses in her case, and he, along with another suspect, are also facing charges in Person, Durham, and Granville counties of obtaining property under false pretenses, accessing computers, and felony conspiracy. According to the Person County Sheriff, whose department was the first to make the arrest, the two suspects are living in this country without legal permission. The sheriff says they're currently working with the North Carolina SBI and the Department of Homeland Security to identify more victims.
I think we're done over there, man. Jesus. I got to take a deep breath for a minute. Whew. God, when I tell you, man, like some stories just sell themselves, like sitting back, listening to that fucking story, listening to how she got scammed, like listening to the measures that they went to scam her. Like, bitch, like I understand you are older and sometimes you can be naive. I understand that. But when you sit back and you on the phone for over 4 hours, when like name one time the bank has showed up at your door to collect some fucking money from you. Like when I tell you, like in the beginning, I was like, okay, damn, they got her, goddamn. But come on. Hey, we are the Bank of America and we are coming to your door to collect nigga, boo. We ain't doing that shit, but old lady, man, hope you get your money back. But I mean, the bank made her sign a slip to say that you were not being coerced into taking out the money. So if you get the money back, God bless you, but you're probably not gonna get shit back. But I want to send some prayers and some loves out there to my brother Sammy, R&B singer Sammy, man. You know, he posted something on his IG or his Twitter, and he said, "I don't want to because I'm not ready, but death is on me soon. Pray for me, man." So I want to send some love out there to Sammy, man, because especially as another black brother, man, because I spoke about mental health and those things time after time again on the podcast, because as a black brother, I know that sometimes people be confused. Well, you know, Sammy, he's famous, or, you know, you might be in a good place in life. So, you know, what is there to quote unquote be sad about? But I can only speak as a black man. A lot of times, like, you walk around and you just carry so much inner trauma, so much exhaustion within yourself. And as a black man, there's not many places you can go to release that. A lot of people can go online and make a post or, hey, I had a long day, pray for me. And all the comments are, you know, your homegirls, your girlfriends, your aunts, and everybody in your comment, oh, girl, it's going to be better. Girl, you going to be, But now I've seen men do that. Oh, you know, you a man, you gonna be good. Just hey, hang tight, my brother. You stay strong. Like, don't nobody want to hear that shit 24/7. So one more time, man, we gonna give some love and some prayers out there to Sammy now. To keep going down. A lot. Like I said, a lot of news came out this week. But what's this girl name? The little bitch that went viral a couple years ago. I think her name is Lil Tay. Now she says she has a message out there for the ladies over 25 still working 9 to 5. You know, she say if you are over the age of 25 and you still clocking in working a 9 to 5 job, that you fucking failed with your life. And also she gives you guys some tips on what you can do to not fail. So Lil Tay, talk to me.
If you're over the age of 25 and you're still working a 9 to 5, you are a failure. Like, by then you should have already made your bag. And ladies, every single one of you should drop the link like me. Like, just literally just make your bag. Who gives a what anybody thinks? Screw your family. My family kicked me out. I got disowned. They don't talk to me anymore. They don't me. But who gives a shit? I can literally buy their whole life if I wanted to.
Please do not take her advice, okay? Look, ladies out there, fellas, do not take her advice because, like I said, but she's 18 years old. I believe she recently made an OnlyFans after she turned 18. Now she's claiming she's making over $1 million a day on OnlyFans. But okay, let's do the math. That means that she's going to average $365 million on OnlyFans this year. Come on. If you guys believe that shit, I don't know what to tell you.
Girl, stop. That's a lie.
Like, people get online and they say, well, now, do I think she's probably making some money from OnlyFans? Yes, because it's a lot of horny motherfuckers out here who probably will sign up to an OnlyFans, but I ain't doing that shit, man. I work so hard for my money. I'm not giving I don't even go to strip clubs because I don't believe in working hard, making some money, and then throwing that shit just in the air for no reason. Damn sure not to see no ass and no titties when all I got to do is go to IG. Pornhub is free. All the what's the other shit? X videos. All the shits is free, and I'm paying you some fucking money. Girl, stop. What?
Girl, stop. That's a lie.
So we ain't doing that shit. So ladies out there, please do not sign up to no OnlyFans. But the next topic I had, Angela Yee. She has her radio show Way Up with Yee. Clap it up for Angela Yee. Now, she had a caller call in and said that, hey, I was in the 8th grade and I used to talk to my math teacher. Now, that took me back to when I was in middle school and high school. And a lot of times that shit do happen. Now, I know now it's more frowned about now, but a lot of that shit was going on back then. I don't know how many times I left school with my friends when I was in middle school and high school, and there was a fucking grown adult man, 24, 25 years old, nice car, gold chains, pulling up at the fucking high school to pick up a girl. And I'm like, who that over there? And there's, that's my man. I met him. And I'm like, girl, you are 14 years old. But again, back then, like, none of us thought twice. Oh, shit, you got an older man. Oh, he got a car. But now, the world changed now. We see people now like Ari Lennox. Oh, my God, I was so offended by watching Martin and Bernie Mac stand up used to make me so, like, shut up. But going back to the topic, that's something that was common. But matter of fact, I want you guys to hear the clip that I'm gonna dive some more into this shit before we dive and keep going down the line, man. Like I said, man, it was a lot of things on the docket today, man. A lot of topics I want to cover, man, because sometimes when I sit back and I don't record, and now I pick up the phone and now I start content browsing, content surfing, and just gathering some things that I may want to talk about. With social media now, like, you are never going to be void of topics to talk about. But this clip is from Way Up with Yee. Come on.
Just calling to say when I was in the 8th grade, I used to talk to my math teacher.
You used to talk to your math teacher while you were in the 8th grade?
Yes.
He is disgusting. Wow, how did this happen?
He was like one of those teachers where like all the girls liked him, and it was one time I had went into his class and I got his Instagram and we was talking from ever since then. He was spending money on me and everything.
Did your parents ever find out?
No.
Did you ever tell any of your friends?
Yeah, I think I told a couple of my friends.
Did you think it was wrong? Like, now that you look back at it, what are your thoughts?
Yes, I do think it was wrong. I do.
I wonder, and somebody like that, he probably was doing this with other girls too.
Now, she sounds like she about 19, 20 years old, but like I said, this was something that was common. And I know now, the fact that a lot of us are older, we love to believe or we love to pretend as if these things did not happen back then so that we can create narratives. But no, I can name you, but I'm not going to do it. I can name you at least 9 to 10 girls from my high school off the top of my head who was dating somebody that was 25 and up. Literally. And again, it's not something that I'm like excited or proud to do, but I'm simply saying that was the norm back then. It was something to where, when school finished out and somebody, or it was a dude waiting outside and he about 27 years old and he pick up old girl from school and he give her a kiss on the lips and they walk down the street and that the girl in the school is 15 years old. Nobody batted a fucking eye. And then you can go back to the fucking 50s and 60s and even further than that, where, it was men dating and marrying women who were under the age of 18. But like I said, as the world grows, as society develops, certain things that were cool back then now becomes disgusting. It's something you are going to have to deal with, and it's something that you cannot avoid. So I hope she gets some help because, like I said, it's not okay. It's not okay. It's not normal, but it is something we can't prevent. something we cannot prevent. But ladies, have you ever sat back and thought about your man killing you? Ladies who are married, even fellas, like let's include both sides here. Have you ever thought maybe my spouse hates me just enough to where I think they might take my life? Now, there's a story in this video of a dentist who is convicted of poisoning his wife. Now, he was tasked with making, I believe it was making her protein shakes or some shit he was making for her, and he was slipping arsenic. He was slipping poison into her drinks. Now, before I get to that, man, I was watching some shit on Paramount Plus. I think it was called Murder 360. I was watching this yesterday morning. I woke up. I played the story. Now, there was a woman out there, man. She was married to this guy for about, I believe, 3 to 4 months. She told him she had cancer. You know, she had credit card debt and she had shit that she had to pay off. So she came up with a murder for hire plot where she got these 3 guys to kill her husband because she wanted his $100,000 life insurance policy. Again, keep in mind, they had only been married about 3 to 4 months. She wanted his policy because she felt, you know what? If I could get that $100K, I'm gonna pay off my credit card bills. I'm gonna give the killer. I think the killer was gonna get $10,000. So she had him killed. Right now, long story short, she was never gonna get the insurance money in the first place because they had recently married and the insurance policy was not yet switched over in her name. He still had his ex-wife's name on the policy. So the money was going to go to her. But of course, as you guys know, the police, thankfully, they did a thorough investigation. She in jail. I think she got life in jail. The 3 people who were responsible, I think the minimum that they got was 25 years. I think one got 50 and I think he might have got life. Come on, bro. If you got some credit card debt, if you got some shit you got to pay off, or simply if you don't want to be with your partner no more, just leave. Nigga, it is free to walk out the door. Now, will that probably cause some heartache for you? 100%. But it is free to walk out the fucking door and don't do what this dentist did. Come on. What you did? Did you really try to poison your wife? Like, shit, I wish I had the fucking Cardi B shit. What was the reason? Because I need to know. What the fuck was the reason? But Inside Edition, talk to your nigga.
Of killer dentist James Craig mixing up a poisonous protein shake in his kitchen. His victim, his wife of 23 years.
One of the oldest motives in the world, other women.
Mother of 6, Angela Craig, was hospitalized 3 times in 10 days with baffling symptoms, including headaches, vomiting, and dizziness. In this video, she complains to her husband that he isn't being more helpful trying to reach a diagnosis.
You weren't there for me.
She had no idea her cheating husband was secretly poisoning her protein shakes with cyanide and arsenic. Authorities say Dr. Craig also administered poison to his wife during her hospitalization. As staff go about their work, Dr. Craig leaves his wife's room and heads into a bathroom. A minute later, he comes out apparently holding a syringe he had loaded with what the prosecutor calls the final fatal dose of cyanide.
The evidence proved that to be the syringe that he used to ultimately kill his wife.
43-year-old Angela was declared brain dead 3 days later. The dentist was arrested after cops learned he had ordered potassium cyanide online. They also found out that Craig was having a relationship with an unsuspecting orthodontist. At his murder trial in Denver, Craig tried to convince a jury his wife had been depressed and suicidal. They didn't buy it.
Guilty of murder in the first degree.
The judge didn't hold back in sentencing Craig to life imprisonment.
Dr. Craig unleashed a path of destruction as wide as a tornado and just as devastating.
I don't got no words for that shit. Now, like I said, I didn't know she died. You know, I thought he harmed her, but boo again, nigga. Like I said, man, we keep that same energy on both sides over here. Like over here at the LCP, over here.
Brand new LCP.
We don't simply focus on the woman and avoid the man. No, that man is a piece of shit, okay? Now, if you fucking somebody else. Now, this goes back to past episode where dude got caught with the CEO at the Coldplay concert. If you want to cheat, if you want to move on, by all means, go do that. If you got to go through a divorce. Or if I know sometimes divorces are a hassle. Sometimes you might got to give up some shit. I understand. But trust me, you're going to be okay. You're going to be free. Now, you tried to kill your wife so you could move on and have a good, happy life with your wife gone. And now you are in jail the rest of your life. And now you got a nigga above your head named Jimmy laying with his fucking dick above your head, nigga. Do it make some sense? Do it make, ooh, you a lie. Was it worth it? Let me include myself in this too. Before you make a bad decision, before you make a decision in the heat of the moment that can cost you your freedom, think about, is it worth it? Because so many times, man, I sit back and I think to myself, and, because I'm human. You guys are human. Like there are times in life where somebody gonna piss you off. Your coworker might say some shit. Your manager might say some shit, and you're like, you know what, bitch? I want to go pick up this table and knock the shit out you. But you got to take a second. You got to breathe and think about, what, is this worth it? Does having this moment of joy or release with me smacking this bitch in her fucking face, is it worth never seeing the light of day for the rest of my life? And I can guarantee if you take the time to yourself and you think about it, it's not worth it. And now again, I know in the moment it's tough to not pick up that table and smack the shit out of Sharika because you heard she was talking some shit about you at the job. I get it. But sometimes your peace is more important. Sometimes being a bigger person and walking away. And again, I know it sounds cliche, but sometimes being a bigger person and walking away is what's going to piss somebody off. Because a lot of times people sit back and they try to start some shit because they want a reaction from you. So when you don't give it to them, like, trust me, woo, I done seen it. Like, not giving somebody a reaction that they want, a lot of times can piss them off way more than you actually giving in and giving them the reaction that they wanted. So you guys out there, man, who stay supporting the podcast, who stay supporting that.
Brand new LCP.
Man, thank you guys, man. And again, my IG is Lunchroom Chatter Pod. You guys have topics. You guys have voicemails. You guys have some shit that you want to send in. Again, my IG is Lunchroom Chatter Pod. And again, you guys who want to support extra, my Cash App is $NYC Story 718. My Venmo is Lunchroom Chatter Pod. And if you like the podcast, you love the podcast, share it on your favorite platform, IG, TikTok, Instagram. This podcast is run independently by your boy himself, by the man himself, the sexiest man to ever step out the vagina. So when you guys show love, when you guys, trust me, sharing the podcast is the top way in which you guys can support, because that takes a lot of the pressure off me when it comes to promoting, and I can focus on giving you guys more and more episodes, man. Because sometimes, for example, last week there was no episode. I'm not just over here sitting quiet. I am doing things to consistently grow the podcast, to engage the podcast. But when you guys share, that takes some of that pressure off me, so I don't have to take some of these weeks, so I can independently promote the podcast. And as always, thank you for taking time out your day, out your work day, out your life to tap play on the motherfucker, man, to tap play and support that LCP. Make sure you guys be safe, man. Cover your assholes, man. Use tissue, use it's still hot. It's the summertime. Use the good deodorant, man. And like I said, kids went back to school. I want my son to have a safe school year. I want you guys, kids, to have a safe and productive school year. Y'all know what time it is, man. Sexiest Man Alive checking out.
Brand new LCP.